PTE examination, the new questions added are respond to a situation and summarize a group discussion. The moment you feel that some questions are being added in your paper, you always go very confused and drop your preparation, or maybe don't do the preparation properly. But again, as I assure you always, this is not the time to worry. This is the time to get into action, to organize and focus on your scores, because both the questions are super easy. What are we going through in this session today? We will understand what summarize a group discussion. On the other hand, SGD is all about what are the ways to score it and how we have to prepare, and what is the common word bank which we can use over and over again in 5 different situations. All you have to do is copy this and start working on your sample answers. So here we go. So what is SGD, or summarize a group discussion? You will hear 3 people having a discussion. It is 3 people. So make the notes properly. Who says what opinion? So there are 3 people who are having a discussion. When you hear the beep, you have to summarize the whole discussion. You will have 10 seconds to prepare, just 10 seconds to jot down your points, and you have 2 good minutes to give your response answer. Coming to the scoring areas, like always in the PTE, it is the content, it is the oral fluency and the pronunciation. Capturing the main points and the key points from the discussion is called as the content. Giving a smooth and a natural speech without any hesitations and repetitions and false starts. You start something incorrect and try to correct it later, so that impacts your oral fluency. On the other hand, if your speech is clear, understandable, and the standard English is properly used, it is taken under pronunciation. Right. After this, it is how to score high. So what we have to do before we speak and what we have to do while you're speaking. You have to catch hold of both the threads very, very properly. After all, it is your examination, and kindly, please don't retake your examination. Stay confident. Focus on your inner strengths. Everyone is capable. Don't look for shortcuts. Shortcuts will never ever help. And especially this is a new examination, an examination which you have never encountered earlier. Unlike your general academic examinations, this is way different. So focus on all the strategies. When everything is being taught to you, focus on enhancing your skills. So back to the topic here, how we have to score high. It is before the speaking, listen actively, focus on the topic like you do for your retell lecture, summarize the spoken text. So we are used to those speaking part, to the listening parts, right? And similarly, even this score is enabling skills which is taken for your listening and speaking. So it's a two-way bonanza. So what you have to do, listen actively, focus what is the topic, catch the topic. It will be said in the start, or maybe after a first or second line, the topic of the discussion will be clearly introduced. So make a quick note of it. Short notes. Don't write lengthy sentences. We don't have that time. Then focus on speaker's view. Understand his tone. What is he speaking? Is he agreeing? Is he in a disagreement? Is he speaking about the advantages, or are there any disadvantages in the topic? What sort of arguments are being stated, and what are the relevant examples being given? Note down the key points. Use the keywords or the short phrases for each speaker's opinion. There are 3, right? So who is the speaker 1 and what did he say? What is the opinion of speaker 2? What is the opinion of speaker 3? Right. Identify the theme. Know whether they are agreeing, disagreeing, or comparing, speaking about the advantages or disadvantages. This is what you have to focus more on. Pause the video again, make a note of all these requirements because this is where your attention should be. Don't say that I could not understand the track. The track was very much clear. You were not prepared. Okay? And this video is making you unleash those threads. Fine. Now, after you have prepared yourself, what you have to do while you're speaking, the basic template, the basic word bank, which is the group discussed. You speak about the topic, highlighting that. Speak about the 2 points you have heard with some contrasting opinions on, and speak what were the contrasting opinions. Simple and sweet. Keep your tone very neutral and very confident. The voice with shivers, it is easily perceived. So see that you are very confident, you are loud, you are clear. Right. The following one is maintain clarity and pace. See that you are catching the speed also. Don't be too fast nor be too slow with too many pauses. Like something you do for read aloud. How you chunk the sentences, how you chunk the paragraphs, how you take care of the punctuation marks. Similarly, show the voice intonations. Going good so far, right? Now let's assume that there is a small audio which is on the topic like a group discussions whether working from home is more productive than working from office. So it is work from home rather than visiting the office and doing the work. That was the crux of the audio, assume. Now, how do you make the summary of it? So, it is the simple sample answer. The discussion was about remote work productivity. Remote work productivity, where some participants favored is liked. Favored, it is always the past tense here. Don't use some participants will be favor or something like that. The verb here is always in the past tense. Favored work from home for flexibility, while others emphasized, again the past tense, better collaboration in office settings. What you have to do is focus on little paraphrasing the words. Words like work from home is said like work from home for flexibility. For more productivity is paraphrased as for flexibility. Similarly, for office, the paraphrased expression is in office settings. If you think all the vocabulary and words is already with you, the only aspect is we don't think about ourselves and we just start panicking. Okay. What are the other things? Try to use linking words because coherence and flow is very important. So the words like while, however, some believed, others argued. Like I am always saying, make a note and keep rehearsing this. Don't study before the day of your examination or 5 days of your examination. From the very day itself, you should be completely prepared with no doubts. The second point is don't use personal opinion. Don't give what you felt about the topic. You have to just summarize what the group felt about the topic. Then it is, if you want to enhance a little good score, which is very easy again, rather super easy. So what you have to do, focus on paraphrasing to avoid copying exact words from the discussion. Right. Now, let's revise some standard templates, some common vocabulary. If it is a topic where you have to give a general summary, you need not to focus on any advantages and disadvantages. You have to just say that this was what it was going on. When you say this, when the speakers mention two or more main views clearly, they are not talking about the advantages and disadvantages. They are just representing the views very clearly. In that context, this is the part. The discussion was about, you come up with the name of the topic, and different opinions were shared, past tense again, were shared, which are so and so and so and so, completed. Even in that 1 to 2 minutes track which you listen, if you copy 1 or 2 keywords randomly here and there, even that suffices. Topic number 2, situation number 2. It is contrast in opinions. How is it? When there is a clear disagreement or debate. The context will generally be in an academic situation. So maybe they are dismantling the library space. So the students have a disagreement, or maybe the students have developed a debate. So how do you respond? The group discussed, you speak about the main point, where some supported so and so while others preferred so and so. Right. The third one, which is about the pros and cons. Use when the group mentions both positive and negative sides. The discussion focused on the main topic, covering both advantages like so and so and disadvantages such as so and so. Sometimes there will be a difference of opinion. One will be in a major view and some will have a minor support. So the majority versus minority. When there is one person with a different idea, one person who is with a different idea, he is away from the crowd. So what do you say? Most speakers agreed that you speak about the major view, though one person highlighted that and you speak about the minor view. What did you use? You use the word here, though, speaking about the contrast. You can also come up with the words like, on the other hand, one person highlighted so and so. Right. The last one now. Summary with reason. The topic was so and so. You speak the main topic here. And speaker shared various opinions, mainly focusing on, and here you mention the reason, and if you have heard, you also speak about the impact. Fine. That was all for this part. What we have seen, we have understood how summarized group discussions can be easily handled. We have learned some word bank phrases, copy them, and we will come up with next videos where we come with the sample answers and we will use the same word bank in the sample questions there. Happy learning until then.